I think you can't hit me. Just let her win. Wait, did mine go further? No.
You won't believe what Caitlin Clark just did. The basketball superstar is trading in her sneakers for golf spikes, and she's about to face off against LPGA legends. Can you imagine the look on their faces when she steps up to the first tee?
Are you allowed to swing one?
Oh,
Okay, come on. Oh, they are a little taller.
You didn't see my it hit the back of the neck.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what you got. No pressure.
But here's the thing, Clark's not just playing for fun. She's out to prove she can dominate any sport she touches. Will her killer instinct on the court translate to the green, or is she in for a reality check? You know what's crazy? Caitlin Clark isn't just dominating the basketball court anymore. She's picking up golf clubs and making the pros sweat. Let's talk about how Clark became a basketball superstar. Remember when she shattered that assist record? That was insane. But here's the thing, Clark isn't stopping at basketball. She's got her eyes on the fairway now. Imagine this. Clark steps up to the tee at the John Deere Classic Pro-Am. The LPGA stars are watching, and everyone's wondering, can she even hit the ball? Clark takes a swing, and you won't believe what happens next. The ball soars down the fairway, leaving everyone's jaws on the ground. She finished 5 under par, playing alongside Zach Johnson. That's not beginner's luck, folks. That's pure talent. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's not just playing for fun. She's taking golf seriously. You know what's wild? She's even getting lessons from Martha Foyer-Falconer, a former LPGA player. And get this, Foyer-Falconer says Clark's a raw talent who can make quick adjustments. She's not just good. She's driven and passionate about improving her golf skills. Now you might be thinking, okay, so Clark's good at golf, so what? Well, here's the kicker. Clark's not just playing, she's bringing a whole new audience to golf. Think about it. How many basketball fans are suddenly interested in golf because of Clark? That's huge for the sport. Even Annika Sorenstam, one of the greatest golfers ever, is talking about Clark. She says Clark's participation could attract both young girls and male fans to golf. Imagine that, a basketball star bringing a whole new crowd to the greens. That's not just good for Clark, it's a game changer for the entire sport of golf. So here's the big question. Is Clark just having fun, or is she serious about conquering golf like she did basketball? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, whether she's sinking 3-pointers or sinking putts, Clark's gonna keep us all watching. Now you might think Clark's natural talent would carry her through any sport, but here's the thing. Golf isn't just about raw athleticism. It's a whole different beast, and Clark's about to face her toughest opponent yet, the golf course itself. Let's talk about the challenges Clark's facing. Golf isn't like basketball where you can just power through. It's all about technique and mental game. Imagine being a superstar in one sport and then starting from scratch in another. That's exactly what Clark's doing, and trust me, it's not a walk in the park. You know what's crazy? Clark's not just dipping her toes in the water. She's diving in head first. She's hitting the driving range, taking lessons, and working on her game like there's no tomorrow. That's the kind of dedication that turns heads. Here's what the experts are saying. Some think Clark's got natural talent that'll make her transition easier, but others, they're saying she's got a long way to go. Martha Foyer-Falconer, Clark's golf coach, is working on everything from Clark's setup to her swing mechanics. She's even trying to fix Clark's tendency to slice the ball. That's not easy stuff, folks. You want to know what's really interesting? Clark's competitive spirit. You think she's okay with just being mediocre at golf? No way. This is the same girl who broke basketball records left and right. Now she's out there saying she wants to kill it with her driver. That's the kind of attitude that turns good players into great ones. Picture this. Clark spending hours on the green, trying to perfect her swing. She's adjusting her distance from the ball, working on getting all parts of her swing in sync. That's the kind of work that separates champions from the rest. But here's the million-dollar question. Can Clark's basketball skills translate to golf? It's not as simple as you might think. Basketball is all about agility, speed, and teamwork. Golf, it's precision, control, and a crazy strong mental game. It's like comparing apples and oranges. One thing's for sure, Clark's got the drive to make it happen. Foyer-Falconer says some things in golf you can't teach. You either have it or you don't. And from what we've seen so far, Clark's got something special. Will it be enough to conquer the golf world like she did basketball? We're about to find out, and let me tell you, it's gonna be one heck of a ride. Clark's taking golf by storm, and you know who's loving every second of it? The LPGA. They're not just excited, they're over the moon. And guess what? Even the legendary Annika Sorenstam can't stop talking about Clark joining the Pro-Am. That's huge, folks. So why is the LPGA so pumped? It's not just about Clark's skills on the green. Nah, it's way bigger than that. Sorenstam spilled the beans, saying Clark's bringing a whole new crowd to golf. We're talking young girls, sure, but get this, even guys are buzzing about her. That's the kind of star power that changes everything. Imagine this, thousands of basketball fans suddenly tuning into golf just to see how Clark does. You think that's not a big deal? Think again. That's the kind of boost boost the LPGA's been dreaming of. It's like hitting a hole-in-one for viewership. But here's where it gets really interesting. How are the pro golfers gonna react? Are they pumped to have Clark bringing all this attention, or are they sweating bullets thinking she might steal their spotlight? It's gonna be wild to watch. Now, let's talk about what this could mean for golf. If Clark actually crushes it out there, we might be looking at a whole new era. Could we see more crossover athletes giving golf a shot? Basketball stars, soccer players, maybe even some NFL guys trying their hand at the green? The possibilities are insane. But hold up, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Clark's still learning the ropes. She's got talent, no doubt, but golf's a tough nut to crack. Still, the potential, it's off the chart. Clark's already hinting she might keep swinging clubs until it gets too cold in Indiana. That's not just talk, that's a plan. So here's the million-dollar question. Is Clark gonna be a one-hit wonder in golf, or could she become a regular on the circuit? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. It's gonna be one heck of a ride. Whether she's sinking putts or airballing them, Clark's got us all watching. And for the LPGA, that's exactly what they wanted. You thought Clark was making waves alone? Hold up, there's another player about to shake things up, and her name is Angel Reese. Remember their fierce basketball rivalry? Now imagine that intensity on the golf course. This isn't just about Clark anymore. It's about two superstars potentially changing the game forever. Let's talk about Clark and Reese's history. These two were like fire and ice on the basketball court. Their matchup in the 2023 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament, pure electricity. The whole country was watching as Clark's Iowa team faced off against Reese's LSU in the championship game. It wasn't just a game, it was a clash of titans. Now picture this, Reese showing up at a golf event, ready to challenge Clark. Can you imagine the crowd's reaction? They'd go absolutely wild. It's like taking that basketball rivalry and dropping it right onto the fairway. We're talking about a whole new level of excitement in women's golf. But here's the thing, this isn't just about who can hit the ball further or sink more putts. Clark and Reese could totally change how we see women's sports. Think about it. Two basketball stars bringing their fierce rivalry to golf. That's never been done before. It's like they're breaking down the walls between sports. You know what's even crazier? This could be bigger than just golf or basketball. We're talking about changing the game for all women athletes. Imagine young girls watching Clark and Reese compete across different sports. That's the kind of thing that inspires a whole new generation of athletes. The big question is, will Reese actually step up to the challenge? She hasn't said anything yet about Clark's golf adventures, but come on, you think she's just gonna sit back and watch? No way. Reese is a competitor through and through. If Clark's making waves in golf, you can bet Reese is thinking about how she can make an even bigger splash. This could be like the Tom Brady and Peyton Manning of women's sports. Remember how those two elevated interest in the NFL? Clark and Reese could do the same thing for women's golf and basketball. We're talking about attracting new fans, getting more media coverage, and showing the world just how exciting women's sports can be. So here's the deal. Whether Reese picks up a golf club or not, this rivalry is changing the game. It's bringing more eyes to women's sports, breaking down barriers, and showing that these athletes are more than just one sport wonders. Clark and Reese aren't just competing anymore. They're revolutionizing the whole dang sports world.